Ohio. As we roll into Week 12 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football, these are the types of games that can help define your season. The Bulls will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Golden Flashes offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Rides to the back. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Long way to go on 2nd down. Pulls it on the option. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Golden Flashes have this offense rolling. Hits inside. It's White. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Buffalo's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
Pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Looking downfield, it's DeMarco. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll stop him right there on the return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the option. The pitch. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's White. Bring him down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The golden flashes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's White. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Cooper. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. That's the end of the period, and Kent State is out front. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, golden flashes. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Sets his feet. It's DeMarco. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. They're all over him. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Second and long here. Running inside. It's White. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Keeps it himself. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the golden flashes look to do some damage in the red zone. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. Stopped right there.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmaking.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
That is no good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's DeMarco. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Pitts. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Bulls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Hauls it in. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Rushes on. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Golden Flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Searching for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the Buffalo offense ready to go on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Back to throw, it's DeMarco. Under pressure. Inside the 45. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down. In the midfield stripe at the 48. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Tigers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, reeling. He'll take a deep shot here. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. A low line drive and not his best work. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes Kent State's offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on it.
There he goes to the left. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric one has him set up. And the Golden Flashes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. This time they'll throw it. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Kent State. Made the grab in the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They make this look ridiculously easy.
And it's because you've done it so much together. You start to build a trust with your quarterback, and that quarterback knows, I'm going to create some space near that sideline. You throw it where I can get it. I'll go up and make the catch on that fade route.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. Now the pitch. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just feeds the running back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. It's as if these guys have been allergic to the end zone. They'll try to overcome it on third and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Buffalo! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He's got great speed. He smashes his way through again. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Powers through the defender. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The golden flashes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Straight ahead, it's White. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. The officials will stop play as the training staff comes out to look at this injured bull. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Let it go. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Rush right in his face. Nowhere to go, and now the ball's out. And looks as if the offense was able to get back on top of the football, and yes, it could have been worse, but as it is, it's a safety. Trying to make one miss.
Return is tackled down at the 37. And your Penn State Golden Flashes will take over 1st and 10.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
Second down.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So the final period starts with a second down play. Keeps it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is White. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here, looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To the air, it's DeMarco. It's complete on the right side. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Bulls with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll close in on him after a good return. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle